Hmm.
I have a little disappointment to share with you.
Let me guess. Too many keywords in my business name that my digital marketing company failed to recognize in the design and implementation of the new website they were hired to do.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another fresh episode where I am sharing the creation and startup of a brand new HVAC business in Palm Beach County, Florida. My name is Mike Dyack. I am a master plumber and HVAC contractor in the states of New York, South Carolina, and Florida. And remember this, if first you don't succeed, try again. Another catchphrase that an old mentor of mine once told me, "He who hopes dies in despair." I didn't anticipate making this video, but if it was easy, everyone would do it. I'm just going to share with you the experience because that's what we're doing here on the Mikey Pipes Palm Beach YouTube channel. I'm sharing my experience where I am starting a brand new business, a freshly licensed contractor in the state of Florida. I have a phone number, I have a domain name, I have an address, and that's it. I got a lot of ambition and drive and determination to make this happen, though. I picked Palm Beach County, Florida, because I truly feel and believe that in the next 5 to 7 years, I'll be living there part-time. And what better way than to continue my mission and determination to make the trades great again than being there running service calls by myself with my own business, the same way I do here in New York. Are you ready? Let's go! Real quick, on a side note, a personal note, Wednesday night, hours after the 2-day Jewish holiday celebrating the New Year, Rosh Hashanah, I got on this flat plate in my bathroom called a weigher. And I hit a number that I have never seen before, which was, and I'm kind of embarrassed to admit this, 230 pounds. Last night, 224.2. Yes! Ladies and gentlemen, I'm just going to get straight into this episode. We're not going to concentrate too much time on the 5 digital marketing companies that I reached out to interview and determine who is going to sell me them. Where am I going to see the best value? Who is going to deliver results? Now, I interviewed 4, but I reached out to 5 organizations. The first one, Footbridge Media, footbridgemedia.com. I used them twice in the past. I used them about 18 years ago when I first started Pipe Doctor here on Long Island, New York. It was $150, no contract. They'll give you a website, and it worked 18 years ago. More recently, in 2023, when I partnered up with an existing plumbing contractor to add a new trade, HVAC, to Central Florida, I reached out to Footbridge Media again. That business no longer exists. Let's just leave it at that, unfortunately. But if you have a limited budget to start and you're not in a highly competitive area, I highly recommend Footbridge Media. I think they do an exceptional job. And regardless of whether you need them for a website with no contract, which is $250 a month. I'll put a link in the description box down below. They offer a phenomenal, I guess, side hustle where they do Footbridge Media printing. Everything from valve tags, stickers, to business cards, to mailings, flyers, you name it. Any kind of print with your company name on it, they do at exceptional pricing, amazing turnaround. And Harley, he's always the go-to guy. You place an order at Footbridge Media Printing, he responds to you like 11 o'clock at night or 11 o'clock in the morning. He is very prompt, and I think he's a key asset to Footbridge Media, and he's probably an owner, but check it out. Link for Footbridge Media in the description box down below. I reached out to plumbing and HVAC SEO. PlumberSEO.net. I've heard of them before. I see they advertise with Nexstar, with the PHCC, Service Roundtable, a few other trade organizations. I reached out to them and submitted an internet request on their website, and we've heard crickets since then. So, okay. Next, Rival Digital. I was impressed. And if I had the money in the budget, I likely would have went with them. But their services start at $4,000 per month. And that's a big nut to swallow, especially if, think about it, $1,000 a week. You got to be making, bringing in some money to kind of support that. So that's the only reason why I didn't go with Rival. They were very accommodating to my schedule when scheduling Zoom calls. We had a couple Zoom calls scheduled with them, but their proposal, unfortunately, was out of the ballpark. And as a new contractor, and there's no revenue coming in, I couldn't fathom the the $4,000 a month expense. I'm saving the best for last. Don't worry, folks. Next up is Scorpion. Now, I've known Scorpion for quite some time. Let's just say they have a very, very, very deep vault or deep pockets for their marketing and recruiting new clients. A couple years ago when we were in our old office in Valley Stream, I remember getting like this large fruit platter from Edible Arrangements. It must have been a $200 arrangement just to get their foot in the door. I hear you. So I reached out to them. I submitted an internet request. 2 days later, I got a phone call, and I told them what I'm doing, which is, hey, listen, I'm a newly licensed contractor in the state of Florida. Forget about what you might know about me or my background, but I'm newly licensed in the state of Florida. I'm opening up a shop in Palm Beach County, Florida. And I have a phone number, I have an address, and I have a domain name. I need the phone to ring. I have no revenue coming in. And I basically, I'm just waiting to quit my job and make this my full-time mission once the ball starts rolling. Pretend pretend that, right? Which is facts. And they bluntly told me, and I appreciate it. I don't want to waste anyone's time. They bluntly told me, like, unless you have $1 million of revenue, we're not the company for you. So that put a big X on Scorpion. And last but not least, Marketing 360. We developed a very strong relationship right from the get-go. I got a phone call the same day, and we've had a couple calls, and as late as yesterday afternoon, a Zoom call showing the mock-up of our new website, and it looks great. However, I had a concern right away. The website, where it says book now, little minor things with that. It said book now. It said get a quote. I don't want to give quotes. I want to book a service call now. the phone number, they had my cell phone number there. And the YouTube channel that they linked on the page was on page 1, and now I don't even see it. Yeah, where did it go? Oh, they put it on the bottom. Yeah, they're okay. But I'm a firm believer in paying attention. At this exact moment, 6:15 in the morning, the new employee who's supposed to show up at 7:30 walks in the door. To detail. And as a good technician, you need to be observant of your surroundings. No one's perfect, but I have certain expectations, and maybe my levels of expectations are higher than most. But then again, I am the customer, the client, and they are the business partner that I've aligned with. And we have a 4-month minimum, I believe it is, contract with them. The best thing is the price. I believe we're going to be at around $1,600, where they are going to be doing the entire website and then weekly and monthly optimization of that, adding pages, adding content, social media management, posting to Instagram, Facebook, the other social media platforms for you. But like I said, this is a documented, I wouldn't say social experiment, but we're going to see what happens. I'm optimistic this is going to work, but remember, if first you don't succeed, try again. And to cover all bases and to express my frustration with Marketing 360, I sent them an email this morning. And to my 3 people that are handling my account, and it says that as a service technician and business owner, I've learned that attention to detail is vital to the success of not only a service call, but a business as well. After giving this some thought yesterday and sleeping on it, I feel it's important to put my concern in writing. And from the initial contact form I submitted to the onboarding process and even our call last week, I was crystal clear on the company name and phone number. Mikey Pipes, with a little dash, Pipe Doctor, Air Conditioning Repair Services, INC, with a phone number 561-200-9500. Yet, those details were not properly utilized by your team. As I mentioned, attention to detail is something I continue to strive for every day. I expect the same from any partner I work with, especially for the launch of my new business in Palm Beach County. I want to share this feedback so we can move forward on the right foot. Not too firm, yet professional, and just documenting my concern in writing because it just covers all bases. And I trust they will take that and pay attention to detail, because I am detail oriented and I've been that way for quite some time, and it's a great personal characteristic to have. So Marketing 360 is the winner of the 5 digital marketing companies that I reached out to. I would have loved to have went with Rival Digital, but the $4,000 a month plan, which is what the starting point is just way too much for me to swallow at this point. Plumberseo.net, well, let's just say, Josh, your team dropped the ball, but maybe we weren't a good match. Scorpion, just hear me out, Scorpion, for a second, if you guys are listening. If I have aligned my business with a firm, a business partner, right, and we are at that $1 million threshold of annual revenue, why am I going to leave them? Are you stupid as something? Seriously. If I'm with a company that brought me to that $1 million threshold, I'm not leaving them. We're going to continue to grow to get to that $3 million threshold, the 7, the 10, the 15, the 20. Scorpion. Yeah, you need that $1 million revenue to be qualified as a business partner of Scorpion, to be a client of Scorpion because I can't even imagine what they charge, especially when they're sending $200 edible arrangement fruit platters to businesses to try to onboard them. Catch you to the next one. Make sure you smash that thumbs up button, subscribe, and hit that alarm bell to get post notifications when I drop a video on this channel. And just a little food for thought here, ladies and gentlemen, a little food for thought. On the Mikey Pipes Palm Beach, Florida YouTube channel, we have 397 subscribers right now on Friday, September 26th at 7 a.m. And what's really interesting is that the audience, where is it? I got to give a huge shout out to my 11%ers out there. 11% of the viewers with watch time are subscribers. 89% are not. What are you waiting for? Subscribe now. Watch the journey together. Let's go.